The Bering Sea was calm, a rare gift. We were a speck on endless gray water, the northwestern humming beneath my feet. The crew moved with purpose, prepping for a hopeful haul of king crab. Laughter drifted up, breath visible in the cold air. These moments of calm are precious, memories to hold when the sea turns. I sipped my coffee, scanning the radar. All clear. Weather reports hinted at a squall, but nothing major. Out here, you trust your gut as much as your instruments. The dangers felt distant. Optimism filled the air. The sea's vastness humbled us, but we felt ready. We were just fishermen, focused on the day ahead. The calm was almost deceptive, a perfect picture of hope. We respected the sea, knowing it could take everything in a heartbeat. That morning we were guests in a wild place, unaware of the test coming. The calm was a promise the sea would soon break. The Bering Sea is a kingdom of ice and wind, a place where nature's raw power is on full display every single day. Here, the elements rule, and every journey is a test of endurance and will. Water so cold it kills in minutes, air that burns your lungs with every breath. The cold is relentless, seeping into your bones, making even the simplest task a challenge. Ice coats every surface, turning the deck into a hazard. Every step is a risk, every handhold slick and treacherous. The crew must constantly battle the freeze just to keep the boat afloat. Isolation is total, just the boat, the crew, and endless gray. Out here, you're cut off from the world, surrounded by nothing but sea and sky. The silence is broken only by seabirds or the groan of steel. Sometimes, the only company is the wind howling across the deck. Survival here demands strength and respect for the sea's power. Teamwork is everything. No one can face these conditions alone. We chase king crab across a frozen, unforgiving world. Each pot pulled from the depths is a small victory against the cold and the odds. The work is brutal, lifting heavy pots, sorting crab, fighting cold and exhaustion, and every muscle aches, but the job never stops, not even for a moment. Pride comes from facing one of the world's most dangerous jobs. There's a sense of accomplishment in every haul, every day survived. The Bering Sea teaches humility. Arrogance is punished quickly. The ocean doesn't care who you are. It demands respect from all who dare to work here. One moment, peace, the next, chaos. The weather can turn in an instant, catching even the most experienced off guard. Waves can rise like buildings. Wind can scream like a demon. The sea is alive, unpredictable, and always dangerous. All you can do is trust your boat and your crew. In these moments, your life depends on the people beside you and the strength of your vessel. This place gets in your blood. Once you fish here, you never forget. The memories, the challenges, and the camaraderie stay with you forever. The risk is great, but so is the reward. Every crab hauled aboard is a testament to your grit and determination. Out here, you belong to the sea as much as it belongs to you. The Bering Sea leaves its mark on everyone who dares to call it home.
Know you've been a good friend.
On the Northwestern, we're more than a crew. We're family. I'm the captain, responsible for finding crab and keeping everyone safe. My brother Edgar runs the deck, tough and experienced. Norman, my other brother, keeps the engine running. Having family aboard makes this life bearable. The rest of the crew are seasoned fishermen, each with a vital role. Trust is everything. We're only as strong as our weakest link. When a wave crashes, you need to know the man beside you has your back. This bond is forged in hardship and danger. Greenhorns quickly learn it's about survival, not just money. The sea weeds out those who can't cut it. Those who stay become part of the family. On that day before the storm, I looked at my crew with pride. We were ready, though we didn't know how soon we'd be tested. Out here, brotherhood is the difference between life and death. We faced the sea together, as one. The change was sudden. A dark curtain pulled across the sky. The wind howled, the sea woke in fury. Gentle swells became steep, angry waves. I called out, All hands on deck, secure everything. The crew scrambled, lashing down pots and gear. The first big wave hit, a solid punch, water exploding over the bow. Ice formed instantly, turning the deck into a skating rink. Men fought the wind, waves, and freezing spray. The world shrank to the boat, the storm, and survival. Radar showed a massive red storm, far worse than forecast. We were caught in a bomb cyclone, nowhere to run. All we could do was face the waves and ride it out. The fight for our lives had begun. The sea tried to swallow us whole. We had to fight back with everything we had. The waves were relentless, each bigger than the last. Rogue waves came from all directions, tossing us like a toy. Then we saw it. A mountain of water, a sheer black wall. I screamed, "Hold on!" There was no time for anything else. The wave hit, a deafening explosion, the world going black. The wheelhouse windows bowed, the boat driven deep underwater. For seconds we were a submarine, the hull groaning. I waited for the boat to break apart. Miraculously, the northwestern surface, shuttering off the water. We were still afloat, but the deck was devastation. Crab pots tossed like toys, some gone overboard, twisted metal and broken gear everywhere. The wave had taken our breath, but not our boat. We were shaken, but alive. The sea had shown its power. We had survived. Barely. The real test was just beginning. Relief was brief. Edgar's voice crackled. "The forward crane is loose." The crane, a massive hydraulic arm, was now a deadly wrecking ball. If it broke free, it could destroy the boat or kill a man. I watched the blurry deck camera. The crane swung wildly. The crew had to secure it, risking their lives on the ice-covered deck. I ordered Edgar to get a line on it, voice steady despite my fear. The men moved with courage, timing their runs with the boat's roll. Freezing waves crashed over them as they fought to chain the crane. One man slipped, nearly crushed, but was pulled back just in time. I kept the bow into the waves, trying to steady the boat. The groaning steel was a constant threat. The crew battled the storm, and our own broken equipment. Every second was a fight for survival. They risked everything for each other. The storm was far from over. Fear was a physical weight, pressing down on my chest with every icy gust, but as captain, I couldn't show it. My job was to be the anchor, the steady hand in the storm, even when my own heart pounded with dread. My crew looked to me for strength, even as terror gnawed inside. Their eyes searched mine for reassurance, for a sign that we'd make it through the night. The darkness made everything worse, chaos lit only by deck floodlights. Shadows danced across the slick deck, hiding dangers in every corner, making each step a risk. The roar of wind and waves was relentless, a deafening reminder of how small we were out here. The sea seemed determined to swallow us whole. Instinct and training took over. There was no time to think. Every movement was automatic, muscle memory guiding us through the chaos. I saw fear on my crew's faces, but also determination. Their resolve shone through, even as exhaustion threatened to drag them down. They fought for their lives, for each other, for families back home. Every shout, every helping hand was a promise not to give up. The bond between us was forged in this struggle. In the face of danger, we became more than a crew. We became a family. I thought of my own family, promising myself I'd get us through. Their faces gave me strength, a reason to keep fighting no matter what. The fear became fuel, sharpening my resolve. I gripped the wheel, tighter, determined not to let the sea win. We were a team, refusing to give up. Together we faced the storm, our courage growing with every crashing wave. The sea tried to break us, but we held on. Each moment we survived made us stronger, more united. In the darkest moments, loyalty and will to survive kept us going. We leaned on each other, refusing to let fear win. We fought not just for ourselves, but for each other. That unity was our greatest weapon against the storm. That's what gets you through the storm. Not just strength, but the unbreakable bond between those who refuse to let go. Fear can paralyze, or it can make you fight harder than ever. We chose to fight, and together, we survived the frozen dark. The battle with the crane felt endless. Edgar led the crew, shouting orders over the storm. They wrapped heavy chains around the crane, risking everything. Every turn of the winch was a gamble. One snap could kill. Slowly they pulled the crane back into place. The sounds of hammer and winch were hope in the chaos. Finally, Edgar radioed, "It's done! The crane is secure!" Relief washed over me. We'd won this fight. The crew, exhausted and frozen, stumbled inside. No one was seriously hurt. Teamwork had saved us. No single man could have done it alone. We were a chain forged in ice and storm. Pride shone in their eyes. We'd survived together. That bond is the most important thing on any boat. We fought the storm for 12 more hours. Each minute felt like an eternity, the wind howling and the sea crashing over the rails. Every man on deck was pushed to his limit, soaked to the bone and clinging to hope as the night dragged on. With the crane finally secured, the worst had passed, but exhaustion set in like a heavy blanket. Muscles ached, hands trembled, and eyes stung from salt and lack of sleep. The boat was battered, the deck a wasteland of twisted metal and scattered debris. The scars of the storm were everywhere, a harsh reminder of what we'd just survived. We'd lost pots and gear, but none of that mattered. We were alive. The cost in equipment was high, but the price of a life is higher still. As dawn broke, the storm eased, and hope returned. The first rays of sunlight felt like a promise that we'd made it through the worst. The sun revealed the damage, but also our survival. In the golden light, every dent and broken rail told a story of endurance. The Northwestern was still afloat, the engine running, the crew safe. Against all odds, we were still together, still standing. We turned for Dutch Harbor, fishing trip over. The journey home would be quiet, but filled with relief. The mood was quiet, too tired to celebrate, but grateful. Each man lost in his thoughts, processing what we'd just endured. We'd been to the edge and come back together. The bond forged in that storm would last a lifetime. The sea reminded us it's always the boss. Out here, nature calls the shots, and we're just along for the ride. Experience and a good boat help, but crew is everything. It's the men beside you who make survival possible. Their courage and teamwork got us through the darkest night. When fear threatened to take hold, we leaned on each other. We lost crab and money, but not a single man. The catch was gone, but our crew was whole. In the end, that's the only catch that truly matters. No amount of crab is worth more than a life. The sun rose on survivors, changed, but unbroken. We'd faced the fury of the Bering Sea and lived to tell the tale. And that's the real victory on the Bering Sea, coming home together, stronger than before.